Okay, I want to do this live video today. Today is the 8th of August, 2021. Um, my name is called Pastor, everybody know me as Chappy, right? I used to go by the name Chappy Irie, then I changed it to Chappy Links. Um, I own two record label, The Untouchable Chappy Records and Chappy Records. Um, I born in Portland, Islington, Priestman River, and I grew in St. Thomas and England. I I leave Jamaica in the 90s and I went to England. Um, I went to Soundwell, Soundwell College in Bristol, a place called Kingswood in Bristol, right? I went to Morgan College in Bristol, right? On Corn Street. So it's off Corn Street to Victoria Street. Yeah, that's where the college is based. Um, I work for Initial Clean Service and I work for Initial Rental Kit. So anybody, when I send out this video, they can respond to it because they know where I'm talking about. Um, I was working at the Crips Causeway. Um, I work for the BRI Hospital, Bristol Royal Infirmary Hospital in Bristol. I work for UGMA in Bristol. I work for OCS in Bristol. I work for ABC, which is an agency in Bristol, until they change it to Blue Arrow in Bristol. I work for Brooks Dry Cleaning in Bristol. That's what's in St. Paul's, right? I work for BT, which is a telephone company in Bristol. I then leave Bristol and I went to London. I went to two business centers in London. Sophie Business Center at 17 Park Royal. I went to a business center in Southall. I I work for Brent Council in Bristol, in London. Sorry, in London. And I work for Barnet Council in London. And I work for Actors Personnel, which is an agency in London. I work for Royal Mail in London. Royal Mail is one of the biggest companies. I used to be a postman there. I drive bus, minivan, job post, and I use my own vehicle job post. I work for McVitie's biscuit company in Bristol, in London, and I work for anybody with no breadwinner in London that make the sandwich. I used to work there. I work for the French Croissant in Park Royal, responsible for 37 staff. I used to be a supervisor there. My croissants. Number 10, Unit 10, Coronation Street, Park Royal. I work for Ealing Council. I was responsible for people with learning difficulty, which they call it learning disability. I work for Super Care in Acton. I used to drive seven-seater buses, take out the staff them and teach them food and hygiene so they can pass the NVQ. Yeah. Um, I was a supervisor there, right? I work for I see where I work again in London. I work for an agency in London. I don't remember the name. That was in Victoria in London. That's in the town. Um I work so many places in England. Then I leave London and I go to Manchester and I work for TK Maxx. I used to be a supervisor there at Market Street, the TK Maxx in Piccadilly, Market Street, Manchester. Um, I had kids in Bristol, and kids in London, kids in Manchester. I have one kid born in Jamaica, which the one that born in Jamaica, she will be 8 and the 19th of September coming. She's not in Jamaica. Um, I sent $5,427,000 come to Jamaica, 2004, to buy a house. My money get messed up. No house didn't buy. I sent $3.5 million come to Jamaica in the same period of time again to buy a coaster bus. No bus didn't buy. I think that was in 2010. My money get messed up. I then transfer 1,183,000,000. That's what the equivalent in Jamaica. The money that I transfer from England to my account in Jamaica. I had a Jamaica national account with that I opened at Shepherd Bush with Jamaica National, a sterling account. And I have a account with NCB Bank. That's where I make a transaction to that bank. I have a credit union bank. I have a Leonard's Leicester Bank card. That's in England. And I have a Halifax bank account in England. Right? All my cards are like Tesco card, Boots card, and yeah. Basically, my social security number, which is PX813793B. That's my social security number. That was stolen in the robbery on the 16th of March 2021 from my business place at Darlingford, Manchioneal. My passports, them was stolen at the business place. My driver license was stolen at the business place. My social security number was stolen. One copy of my birth certificate was stolen at the business place in 2021, and the 16th of March. I have studio hard drive, 2 terabyte was stolen. I had 2 video camera was stolen. Joe don't know them to buy. Right? None of my things them. I have about 70 to 80 pair of jeans. Joe don't know my jeans them buy. And all was stolen. I have like 13 pair of shoes was stolen. My jacket suit them was stolen. My shirt them was stolen. My t-shirt that was stolen, my gants that was stolen, my underwear that was stolen, like my boxer shorts, socks, kerchief, yeah, all my sheets, my towel them, my pillow them. Joan don't know my things them buy. And they stole them. Um, the thing with this, the two TV, the 55-inch and the 32-inch, I got a receipt for them. Those was purchased down at Orange Street. So all who said these stuff are Jones stuff, them bring in a receipt, come to the court. And tell Jones bring a receipt and come to the court. Anything that Jones is claiming, tell her to bring the receipt and come to the court. And I met Joan Hamilton on the line 2019. 2019 when I met Joan Hamilton on Facebook. I told her that I'm a recording artist and a producer, and I put on a stage show. And the thing with this, I have some song to release. Joan said to me that okay, send some of the songs in to me so I can listen to them. I had a song that I do named Quintet, and I sent it to her. She said she liked it. I have King Dove, that advice a song called Satisfy Your Need. I sent it to her. She said she liked it. I have Chappy called Easy Forget Girl. I sent it to her. She said she liked it. So all of the songs that I even vice Dr. Fish on the same rhythm. That Dr. Fish do a song called Bag Juice and Bun, Can't Breathe No Girl. Right? I've at least around 20 other artists on this rhythm. Right? First when I met Joan Hamilton online. Joan go on Facebook and she took out my picture and she sent it to a science man. Somewhere in I don't remember if it's Ochireos or Mandeville, somewhere down there. And see how she's stupid. When she sent my picture to the science man, she called me. And she hooked me up on three-way with it. She, me, the science man. So the science man was telling her that she is too old for me. And I'm not going to be interested in her because when I head back and start job and her titty and start job and she start wrinkle, yeah, I am going to leave her. Basically, the science man was on the phone talking and anyway, it happened that I didn't say a word. That was 2019. That's the first time we meet online. I never see her face to face. Anyway, when she come off the phone with the man, I was on the phone same way. It was three-way call. Joan said to me, I said to Joan, why you do this? Is our friend named Diane. Tell her to do it. So she tell me Diane walk around, Diane have matching kids for different man, and Diane don't have no way to stay in Florida. And then I look for her to put her up. And she don't put up Diane in her place, which Diane is our friend. Diane basically had a boyfriend named Shatta. That's the man who come in on the show named Shatta. Right? Anyway, a lot of things she talk about them. Anyway, it happened us. She decided to come to Jamaica. 2019, April. So when she decided to come, she said she and her dad is coming. So I must meet her at the Norman Manley Airport. I went to the Norman Manley Airport and I asked her to send me a picture of herself. So when she come out from the airport, I can know that it's her. Even though I see picture with her before, but I just want to confirm it. Anyway, she didn't send a picture of herself, she sent a picture of her dad, which is Fabian Hamilton. When I got the picture, and when they arrived at the airport, I actually said the dad was coming out into a wheelchair. One of those porter was pushing out her dad into a wheelchair. When they come outside, and I said to Mr. Hamilton, I said, Mr. Hamilton, he said, oh, you know me? I said, yeah. I said, I got the picture right here, man. I said, okay, good. Joan came out behind. When Joan came out, Joan said, Carl, you alright? So I said, yes. So they have on dark glasses. And she said to me, took off the glasses. So I took off the glasses. I was into a red pants, a red Gansey, and a red sneakers. And I think it was a red cap. I did have on a red cap bombers on it. Anyway, her dad booked a Juta from the Norman Manley Airport to 21 Federal Road in St. Andrew, that is Barbican. When we went there to the house, Joan and his dad went over to some relative, and they went there to collect some rent money from them. So when they come back, Joan said that she wants something to eat. So we're going on the road. So I, Joan, and Mr. Jimmy, we went on the road. And we actually take it was a silver Nissan wagon. We actually drive down to Reddy's Road at a takeaway. When we went there, I ordered fish, Mr. Jimmy ordered chicken, Joan ordered chicken. My food didn't taste right because the fish come like it was spoiling and the rice come like a overnight rice, so I didn't eat it. Anyway, we went back home. The man charged $1,200 and they pay the man. Anyway, at home the next day we go out. That was, I think it was a Saturday. So the Sunday now we went to Norbrook up by Joan Hamilton auntie baby father. He had some party up there. So we went there. I, Joan, Mr. Hamilton, and Mr. Jimmy. Anyway, the Monday morning, I said I have to went back to St. Thomas to get some clothes. Because Joan said that she want me and I to go to church. I take up like 2 pair of dressing shoes to wear with my jacket suit. I take 2 jacket suit, 1 brown one and a black suit, 1 black shoes and a brown shoes because one of my jacket suit was brown. I bring 2 shirts. I bring a blue color shirt and I bring a red shirt to wear with my suit. I bring neckties and so forth. I bring like around 4 sneakers to wear. And I bring copper jeans and Gansey and so forth to wear. Anyway, we were there until one day Joan's father said to her that, I'm going to Matilda's corner at the bank, which is NCB Bank, to get some money for you. Because you live in America so long and you don't have nothing. and I'm going to put it back on I'm going to put it back on your foot. When Mr. Hamilton went around there, Mr. Hamilton, Mr. Jimmy, and John Hamilton, when we went around there, Mr. Hamilton draw $200,000. When he draw the money, he said that I must call a gentleman named Trevor from Barbican to come and pick him up. So I call his niece to get Trevor to come and pick me up at the bank. When Trevor come and pick me up at the bank, Trevor carried to Tree at the credit union. When we went there, John never have what the people don't want at the credit union, so we had to go back home. Anyway, the church where we went, Joan get the pastor to sign documents in Noir, and he get another JP to sign. So she got a TRN, and we went back because they hear TRN on a piece of paper. So we went back to the credit union, and she got everything sorted out. Anyway, when it sorted out, we were there, and John was saying to me that one of the tenants said to her that she can get loan to borrow from the bank because all she's interested in is in money. Yeah, and she's not working. Right? Anyway, it happened as I said to John, said, and I saw these things work. Oh, you think you can go to credit union and borrow money from credit union, sir? You have to have money going into the account so they can see money coming into the account. You think they're just going to just take up the money and lend you, sir? Anyway, I said to her, I said, look, you need to open a US account. You don't need a Jamaica currency account. Because once the dollars is up, yeah, you're in business. But if you have a Jamaica currency account and you have 200,000 or just 200,000 you have there, that not value nothing. So she said, okay, let me go to the credit union. When we went there, she started asking some questions and they started explaining to her, and she said she wanted to open a US account. They told her that she don't open US account there. So she'd have to go to another bank. She pulled out $190,000 out of the 200,000 of $10,000. And he took it to the Jamaica National Bank in Crossroad, in Tree. When we went there, she actually said to the advisor after our time come now that she wanted to open an account, a joint account with both of us name, my name and her name. So they asked her for her ID, and she handed them a US passport. The advisor said to her that this US passport cannot work. You have to have a Jamaica passport or a Jamaica driver's license or a Jamaican ID before we can open an account for you. And much more, we want to see where he is working, like you have a wage slip or a letter from your employer to show that you were employed. We want to see if you're self-employed. We want to see your statement from overseas, to show how much money you have in the account, how much money going in, how much money coming out, and so forth. And we need to see proof of your business that you register, and some more things they were saying. Anyway, they give her a list and said when you go up, you send them back. Those are when you come in, you come with it to the bank. Anyway, I went to the teller because they find out that she can lodge the account, she can open the account. So they actually, customer service said to me that the advisor said, Mr. Pasley, you have an account here? And I said yes. And he said, give me your ID. So I gave him my driver's license and he checked, and he said, oh, you have two accounts here. You have two US accounts and you have a Jamaica currency account. So why you don't lodge your money into Mr. Pasley account and see when you come back? It's either we're going to add it to Mr. Pastel account or we're going to open an account for you. So she said, okay. And I lodge the money. When I lodge the money, I only get 1,334 US dollars from the $190,000. And I show it to her. Anyway, the rent that our dad said that they're going to collect, because they was here until about, let's say, May, June. I think it's somewhere around June they leave Jamaica. April, May, June, and somewhere around June they leave Jamaica. When they leave Jamaica, before they leave, her dad said to her, say, look, I am going to give you fully control of the 3 houses to collect these 3 rents from these tenants for 1 year. So each one of you going to get a year. You get a year, Morris get a year, Jean get a year, Daniel get a year, and Susan get a year. So each one of you and Richard get a year. The upstairs and downstairs house now, Mr. Hamilton said that house is for Richard. Right? Anyway, before they leave, they did start to collect the money before they leave. So I think they collect around 3 months' money before they leave. Right? We actually get contract done. So the contract was showing like every first of the month, the tenant is supposed to pay the rent. It happened that the tenant did not pay the rent that time. So when the tenant put in the money in the account, and I called John and I said, John, you're not going to see the 3 rent money because it's 90,000 I want to pay $40,000, 45,000 I want to pay, 30,000 I want to pay, $20,000. And the thing why you're not going to see the money because the account is a US account. So they had to take money from out of that money that going into the account to put to buy US dollars. So instead you see 95,000, maybe you only see $70,000. So I willing to make the money go into the Jamaica currency account. Anyway, she said yes. I give her the number and she give it to the tenant them. They start putting money in that account now. Anyway, it was coming up for my stage show. So I said to John that I put on a stage show called East Jam Fest. So I am going to get a place to put on the stage show. And the 25th of December. It was the 26th I put on the stage show first, but this time I decided to put it on the 25th of December, which is Christmas. Anyway, Joan came back to Jamaica. When she came back, I told Joan that I know about a place in Portland, Manchioneal, so I am going there to look at this place to keep the show. Joan said, okay, she coming with me. Me and Joan, we take vehicle go straight to Portland. We went there, and I think at the same time a selector, they said, was selecting on next the Diana was his funeral, and that day, so some man was at the premises. There was like they're going to have a party there, so the sound didn't arrive yet, but the gentleman who was putting on the party, his son was there. So the son said to me, said, wait until my dad come. My dad will give you the owner number to call the owner. When before the dad came, two gentlemen was there cooking and he give me the number, give me and Joan the number so that they are good chef and they will come and cook for we and so forth. Anyway, we took the number. Um, when the gentleman came and gave me the number, I will leave and I called the number and I spoke to this man here, Rana Williams, OC Biggs. And I said to him, I would like to rent the actually ground on the 25th of December, for the 25th of December to keep a statue. He said, yeah man, you can get it man. So I said, how much to rent it? He said, $90,000. I said, okay. Him said to me, said, all right, we will link up out by the house on the border between St. Thomas and Portland. So I'm going to link you there on a Sunday. And so I said, give me a time. He said, give me a time. So I and Joan and Mr. Jimmy, we leave from Barbican and we went there. When Rana Williams arrived at his house, Biggs, he arrives in a silver range, Ford range, 072 0572 HY. That's the registration number. He go through the gate and we follow behind and we go down to the house. Down at the house and we're there talking and so forth. And one guy was there named Brown Man. One was there named Trees. Three little girl, young girl was there with him. One named Nadia, I don't remember the next two name. And this guy, a gentleman came there. So they actually picked some jelly for us. And we drink the jelly them and we Big say to me that I'm ready to show you the place. So we must come in the vehicle. So I, Joan, Mr. Jimmy, Daidu, and Nadia. So they leave the other two girls at the house. So we went over to the business place. When we went there, we actually were looking at the place. This lady was the caretaker for the place. She act like she's sick in her head. This lady start to give Biggs food and tell Biggs say, oh, I don't wash my fish from morning, my fish smell, but you still can't eat from me. And Daidu did want to fight the lady. That's the same guy who break my ribs. Anyway, we were there to leave and go back to the border. And where do you know